Hello my dear Aries, and welcome to my channel. This is a general reading for you for the month of September using Celtic Spirit. Okay, so I hope you're doing well. I hope you've had a wonderful summer. To those of you Aries that I couldn't do reading for you in the month of August, please take my apologies, but I was away for a month on holidays. Okay, so Aries, let's see where you are in the month of September. Okay, where are you in the month of September, Aries? Where are you in September, Aries? Where are you? And in September, you are being represented with Ace of Swords. So you're having a clear overview of a situation, mental clarity of something, okay? And this could be a situation you've been in, something you've been working on, whether this is love related or whether this is basically to do with any aspect of your life, okay? You've got a clarity, you know exactly what the situation is, you can see for what it is. If you don't, the best way for you to understand the situation you're in is to look at it from two different angles, okay? So involve your emotions but also involve your thoughts, okay? It looks like whatever you're working on, whatever you're fighting for, Aries, with Ace of Swords, there is no stopping you. Look at this, there's no stopping with Ace of Swords. You might be dealing with something or someone like a cold intellect, you see, someone who's got no emotions perhaps, okay? So keep that in mind, excuse me. You might be, you know, I feel like right now, whatever you're doing in your life, you're fighting and standing up for what you believe in, and you should, Aries, because with Ace of Swords, this is gonna bring you fulfillment, and you cannot I mean, nothing can stand in the way of Ace of Swords, okay? So this is what you're doing right now, but make sure you look at every situation from two angles. Yeah, if you're dealing with new people, new situations, you might be involved with people who maybe are not very good with the emotions, okay, and people who are not very good with analytical thinking. So your job here, I think in September, will be to understand that there are different types of people and situations, and people got to be looked at from different angles, okay? But you need to fight for what you believe in, because you will achieve success, okay, with this card. So it's like a strength you were given from the universe, okay, to fight for whatever you believe in, okay? Even if someone is doubting you, you got to fight. You got to fight because you're feeling very passionate about whatever you're doing, Aries. Okay, sorry, I got a new necklace. Now, let's look at what might be crossing you in September, Aries. What is crossing Aries in September? I'm sorry about that. What is crossing you, Aries, in September? What is crossing you? Oh, third party situation, some kind of a heartbreak, okay. You might have been in a third party situation, or what will not help you is if you thinking of the times when you got hurt in the past, okay? So I feel like whatever you looking at right now, whatever situation you're dealing with, it's important not to look back to the times in your life when you got hurt. Perhaps if you got hurt by someone, it's not a good idea to keep thinking of it, because this is not gonna help you, okay? Because if you keep thinking of how someone is able to hurt you or how someone hurt you in the past, you will only see this from one perspective, from your perspective of being hurt, okay? So it's important, Aries, you look at it from this person's perspective and your perspective, okay? Broken heart. Maybe there was a third party situation. Maybe you've been involved with someone else, or there was a third person who somehow influenced the situation. Either way, it's important for you not to focus on your pain, not to focus on how you got hurt, but focus on why did they get to this situation, and look at it from that person's perspective and your perspective, okay? Because the fault always lies on both sides. It's hardly ever that one person can be blamed for a thing, if we're talking about blame game, etc. I'm not saying you're blaming someone, but I'm just saying for you to, you know, fight for what you believe in September, but don't focus on the past painful experiences, the past heartache or pain, but focus on being fair and looking at the situation with having a mental clarity, okay? Using perhaps facts and, you know, not, of course, involving emotions, but not so much. Because if you keep thinking of emotions, you keep thinking of how you got hurt, and you may not see clearly the situation you're in, okay? Now, let's look at on a subconscious level, Aries. What is influencing your ability or wanting to fight for something, this desire to fight for something and to analyze the situation, trying to see the situation for what it is? And what's influencing is Seven of Wands. Okay, so it looks like you know, you feel as if you're being attacked by some people around you. Some people might be jealous of you. This card comes up quite often for you, Aries. I feel like, you know, again, I think this came up last month, 2 months ago. You got to the top of this hill. That means you're achieving some kind of success, and people around you, they've got the sticks around you, see, and they're trying to attack you. They're trying to question you. Why are you on the top of the hill? Why is it not me? Okay, so you're being met with lots of opposition. Whatever actions you took, whatever course of action you will be taking in September, people will be questioning your abilities, questioning your decision making, not because they think you are incapable of doing your job, but because they will be jealous of you being on the top, you being above them. They feel like it should be the other way around, okay? And I feel like this comes up quite often with you, Aries, because you're a very hardworking star sign, and once you set your mind onto something, I say that over and over again in your readings, there's no stopping you. With Ace of Swords, again, there's no stopping you. On a subconscious level, though, you feel like people are questioning you, okay? So subconsciously, you know that people are doubting you, questioning you. So every time they ask a question, you might be feel like you might be feeling as if you've got to defend yourself, okay? But don't worry, Aries, you don't have to defend yourself, and you don't have to justify to anyone your position, because we've talked about it before. You got here for your hard work, okay? So don't worry about it. This shall pass, but you might be questioned, because whenever people go to the top or achieve success, there are always being questions. What they do is being questioned. What decisions they make will be criticized, because, you know, it's easier to criticize someone than actually make a decision themselves. So it's easier for people to criticize you, Aries, then understand you, or then do what you're doing, okay? Nowadays, unfortunately, we live in the world where there are so many haters. People will rather hate you, criticize you for what you're doing, despite the fact they are completely unable to do what you're doing, if you see what I mean. So on a subconscious level, you feel like you gotta put a defense, but you don't. You don't have to justify yourself. You don't have to fight for, I mean, what you believe. You can fight if you're being really like questioned and challenged, but you gotta stand your ground and be strong, because you got here for your hard work. No one knows that they work for you, Aries. When people were chilling doing nothing, you're working hard. So I always say they can bag it off. Now let's look at your past influence. Why do you feel like you gotta fight for something? Why you're looking at the situation from two perspectives? Maybe because these people you involved with, whether it's love, whether it's work related, they're questioning your actions. So you're looking at this, you're trying to look at this and see, why do they think this way of you? Why do they say these things, etc.? But don't get hurt, because I feel like what will not help you if you get hurt, okay? Maybe 3 people are involved in this. Maybe you've been competing for a promotion or something, and you got a job over other people, and these 2 other people, they're questioning you. They might be, I don't know, turning people against you. I'm not saying they're doing this. This is just a possibility. Okay, let's look at the past experience for you. And we've got 3 of Wands here. Okay, so in the past, you decided, you know, to expand your horizons. And yes, I remember you had this card in June, I believe, or in July. You decided to be more open-minded, to collaborate with people you've never worked before, and to do things you would normally not believe in, but to put faith into things that in the past perhaps you would not agree to do so or to work with, but now you decided to change. And this change brought emotional foundation to you, Aries, okay? You expanded. You decided that, you know what, now I'm strong, and I'm gonna open myself to all of the opportunities that are coming my way, okay? And because of this, I feel like in a way you got to fight for what you believe in, because you might be you know, working with people who would want who would want to convince you to change your actions, to change your field of work, etc. But you gotta stand up for what you believe in. Maybe you've got some new projects coming up your way right now, new opportunities, and people want you to do what they want you to do, but you've got your values, you know, what is it that you work for. And collaboration is great, but you don't want to you know, you don't want to collaborate if you can't see any benefit in it, if you see what I mean, okay? Because like I said, in the past you open up yourself to opportunities and expand your horizons by working with different people from different walks of life, perhaps joining with different businesses, but you feel like you still gotta get something out of it, right? If it's business related, yeah. If it's love related, maybe you decided to look for other types of people, to date different sort of people, but still right now with Ace of Swords, you know, you still you know, you still want to find some kind of a balance with you know, with the person you would like to date, for example. You still want them to understand you, and you want to understand them. So you don't want to like lower your, what's the word, you don't want to lower your values, lower your expectations in a way. Not that you gotta have expectations, but you know what I mean. Just because you decided to be more open-minded, you still want to find what you're looking for in a way. Now let's look at what is your desire, your hopes, desires. What are your hopes, desires, Aries, for September 2018? Your hopes, desires. Okay, no wonder, 6 of Wands. So your hope, your desire is to be victorious, to achieve victory in whatever you're doing. If it's work related, you want to achieve success, okay? And that's what you're working towards, okay? Because you've opened up yourself to new opportunities in the past. You started to think outside of the box. You started to collaborate and invest your time into things that you wouldn't normally in the past. And you created, this allowed you somehow to become more confident, and you decided to face any challenges, and facing those challenges made you stronger emotionally. And you know, I feel like right now you're putting energy into your desire, hopes, into becoming victorious, you know. The 6 of Wands is king as someone who's been to a war and he's coming back to his town and he's being cheered and cheered by the crowd in a city, in a town. You know, people look up to him. The other interpretation of this card could be that your hope, your desire is to have more options, okay? Because this means many options, many options. So you're hoping to have even more options, okay? Or victory. I mean, having a victory or having more options. More options, I guess, would equal more victory at the same time in your work life or in your love life, okay? Now, let's look at... okay, before I move on, I want to just say one thing. If this is what you're hoping for, just make sure that you know, because it's already putting most of your energy right now. Maybe right now some of you already have many options to choose from in terms of love life or in terms of work. Just make sure it doesn't get to your head, Aries, and you don't feel like, you know, you can just pick and choose, okay? Because the problem with Six of Wands, this king, is that he's aware of his victory, and because of this he can become a little bit big-headed, and he may look down on people who are not as victorious as he is, okay? So you may realize that you've got many men and women around you, and you know, you may become a bit cocky, okay? So if this is you, just watch out for that. But I feel like it's your desire and hope more than anything that you want to have more options, okay? I feel like you do have options, you know, maybe you don't see them yet in your life, Aries, okay? Now let's look at the future, the new future for you, Aries. What is the new future for Aries? New future for Aries, new future for Aries, Aries, new future. And we've got Temperance card, beautiful. So in the near future, you'll be very balanced, emotionally balanced, financially balanced, very down to earth. You know, you'll be avoiding anything stressful, anything that stresses you out. You would choose to walk away from, okay? But you'll be mixing different things together. You know, this angel, archangel, he's mixing a hot water with cold water and the flowing. So you know, I feel like you will be mixing things together, so you make sure that you've got like a stable, smooth environment around you, and you will avoid anything extreme, anything too stressful or too boring. I think you have a perfect balance, okay, in your life in the future, in the near future. And yeah, it will be, you have a vision. I think like there'll be a clear vision for you, you know exactly where you're going, and the peace, you have a peace restored within you, and that will give you sort of a vision, long-term vision of where you want to go, you know. Now let's look at the how do you view yourself in September with reference to your situation, you wanting to have more options, perhaps you fighting for what you believe in, you being challenged, you feeling a little bit challenged, that's why you want to fight for what you believe in. Maybe people challenge, like I've said, because they're jealous, because they see you open up to the world, and there are opportunities coming your way, so you will be challenged. I feel like you might be challenged right now. The way you view yourself, whoops, is the Tower. Okay, so the way you see this Ace of Swords situation, okay, when you have to assess the situation, see clearly for what it is, fight for what you believe in. I think you're fighting for something, for someone or something you believe in. And it's painful for you. And it's something you did not expect. You didn't expect for this Tower moment to happen, okay? Because, excuse me, the Tower is usually here to get rid of toxic energy. So I feel like with Ace of Swords, what you're doing, you're trying to get rid of toxic energy. Maybe you've been in love with someone and you thought it was over, but you keep thinking about it. So now you didn't expect that this would somehow cause you imbalance in your life, okay? You may still be feeling toxic energy from this person for some reasons. So maybe you want to cut them off with this Ace of Swords forever, so they don't bother you anymore. Because I feel like if you are getting in touch with them and you keep in touch with them, or you even think of them, or if you even have places that remind you of this person, this creates a Tower moment for you. And you haven't had the Tower for a long time in your life, Aries. A Tower is an uncomfortable moment in your life. Realization that something is not right in your life, and it happens like that all of a sudden. You don't expect it, and just like these people, you gotta fight, you gotta jump out of the building for your life in order to, you know, fall on the ground and then pull yourself together, stand up, and keep moving into a new phase of your life. Because Tower is not comfortable in our life, but it's necessary for us to have a new beginning. Okay, so something needs to be cleared, some kind of a bad energy, something needs to be getting rid of in order for you to move from where you are now to the next stage in your life. Okay, Tower could be anything to do with I don't know, breaking up, losing friendship, conflict, something that you did not expect, something that will hit you hard, shake your foundation, and something that will make you fight for something. I don't know what it is, so take it resonates with you. Take it how it resonates to your life situation. Okay, remember, Aries, Tower is about a pain moment in your life, but we can learn a lot from pain. So I feel like the Ace of Swords here, and then what might be crossing you is third party situation, and we've talked about it before. Maybe someone you've been with, in love with, you've been emotionally involved with, you're trying to cut them off because all they do is keep making you feel this way, like, you know, well, you are up and down, and it gets to the point when you can't take it anymore, or maybe something will happen that will shake this, that will make you feel, you know what, this is it, I'm cutting you off now. This could be the situation, but take it as resonates with you. Now let's see how do people view the Ace of Swords with your current situation. How do people view you in September? How do people view you? Aries, how do people view you in September? How do people view you? How do people view you? Oops, we got a card. And the view with Page of Cups. Okay, so interesting. So I think what might happen in September, you might be offered, well, not just love, so I meant to say that you might be getting some kind of a message, a happy message, okay? But a message from an immature person that you did not expect to come. So people see that you are receiving some kind of a message that is happy. Could be love message, could be something about having a child, okay? But I feel like the people see you receiving a message from an immature person. Maybe that's why you got the Tower here, because this message will throw you off the balance. You'll be like, what do you want from me now? I mean, wasn't that enough that you hurt me? I mean, why don't you just leave me alone? So you're trying to cut them off, perhaps? Or you will be receiving some messages, some kind of messages, okay? A Page of Cups is quite an immature energy. So if it's a person, they're quite immature, you know, they're not very, they don't like to commit, and yeah, but I think it's messages, information, unexpected message. It's a happy message in a way, but perhaps you may find out, I mean, it's a happy message, but it could be unhappy, if you see what I mean. So if you were in a third party situation, you may find out that the person you were dealing with, for example, made his current or someone on the side pregnant, okay? And this is why we've got the Tower moment, because you didn't see that coming, because you had still hope, for example, okay? Now, let's look at the guidance universe. What is the universe guidance for Aries for the month of September? What is the guidance for Aries for the month of September? Don't worry, the near future looks like you're gonna be you know, patient, and if you're not patient, you should get patient. But you have everything balanced in your life. But right now, I feel like in the very soon you might be experiencing this Tower moment in your life. Something will unexpectedly happen in your life. Kind of give you a little shake. But it happens for a reason, for you to be happy in the future, for you to get rid of what doesn't serve you. Now let's look at the guidance for you. Aries. What is the guidance for Aries? Oops, and we got it. Fell out. I love when they're falling out, because I feel like it's more of a message than... Ooh! The guidance. Here we go. Justice. Alright, Aries. Looks like the universe is telling you the justice will be served. So, it's quite simple, the description of this card, interpretation. If you've done someone wrong, the justice will be on their side. If someone did you wrong, the justice will be on your side. Okay? And that's basically what it is. So if there's something you know that wasn't right, the justice is coming for you. And if it's the other way around, the justice is coming for this person. Okay? That's what's gonna happen. And it's yeah, it's gonna be fair either way. Maybe it's the message, you know, coming your way, the happy message, or justice will be served for this person. I felt like maybe the third party situation, either some kind of a message that you'll be like, whew, I feel like it's gonna work out to your advantage. So the justice is gonna be served on your side because of some kind of a message. Okay, happy and sort of unhappy message. So I don't know whether you perceive as the happy or unhappy, but perhaps unhappy because you feel as if you know, you're losing your ground under your feet. Now let's look at the... Let me just clarify this quickly. Let's clarify the justice card. What is the justice about? Because I'm very curious. I bet you're curious too. Okay, what is the justice here for Aries for September? Oh my goodness, 2 cards fell out, so I'm just gonna take these 2. All right, so the justice clarification card are... Here we've got justice, guidance universe. We've got High Priestess, so some secret's gonna come out. Okay. Something mysterious. Okay, High Priestess. Or maybe something about your intuition. Maybe your intuition was right. Okay. I feel like yes, but I feel like some secret's gonna come out, and it's to do with you. The justice to do with you. Crying over spilled milk. 5 of Cups. Okay, so basically I feel like in the past something didn't work out the way you hoped for. Okay, and you experienced loss, regret. Have a look. That's how you felt. Okay, you were regretting perhaps that something didn't work out with the person you were dealing with. Maybe you put a lot of effort and they rejected you, for example. They walk away from you. Okay, and yes, so this made you feel like you were worth nothing. Okay, but now I feel like some kind of messages that people will know and they will get to you from people will sort of serve a justice, and the justice will be on your side. So I feel like you are the one who got hurt in the past, and so because some secrets came out or will be coming out, but now the justice is in your on your side. It will be on your side, so that's nice, right? Whatever it is, take this resonates with you. Maybe it's to do with these people questioning you, but I do feel like it's to do with love for some reason. So take it however it feels to you. If it feels right, take it. If it doesn't, leave it. What is the outcome for you for September? The outcome for Aries for September. What is the outcome for you, Aries, for September? Aries outcome September. What is the outcome for Aries for September? Whoa, sorry. Actually, I'm not ready. I'm gonna shuffle again. What is the outcome for you, my dear Aries? Okay. Ooh, again, 5 of Cups. So you see, earlier we had justice clarified with 5 of Cups. So the justice will be served on your side. So I feel like whatever happened in the past, Aries, made you walk away. Some kind of a secret came out in the past, made you walk away, and you were hurt. And I feel like this is why you're feeling like this. You're feeling like, oh my goodness, that's too much. Because you got some message, you'll be getting some messages, mixed feelings messages in September. But the outcome is that either you or this person, but I feel like this time you will be the one who's gonna walk away. Because I feel like the justice is gonna be served on your side, and you will, either you, I'm not sure, or this person will be looking with regret at things that did not work out again, instead of looking into what is still out there. Okay, maybe it's you, but I don't feel like it's you. That's the problem. So I'm gonna pull one more card for clarification. Why do we have 5 of Cups as an outcome for Aries? Why do we have 5 of Cups as an outcome for Aries? 5 of Cups. All right, we got it. Because of 2 of Wands. Okay. So it looks like you'll be walk away from something, from a partnership. Okay. Or it could be a partnership to do with a partner, but I think it's more to do with work. Because there was a lack of perhaps planning, preparation. I'm not really sure. 2 of Wands is more of a, you've got, you know, I feel like, okay, I know, I get it. This time you decide to walk away from the person who walked away from you in the past. I feel like it. Because now you've got your foundation, you are stronger emotionally, and you don't see that you two could work together, okay? And you've got your plan, you've got your preparation, you're preparing for something different, okay? You're still thinking of what you've had together, but I think like you're looking into the bright future now, okay? And you'll be walking away, despite the fact you like this person or you wanted to work with them, but it's too late. They're coming back, the message is coming back, it's coming to you, or you're receiving them too late because you've already got a plan. You're a bit bold now, and you've got your personal power, and you know what you want out of life. Here we go. And another clarification, 5 of Swords. So I feel like, you know, this person in the past, they defeated you. And they basically betrayed you. Okay, 5 of Swords. They sneak out of the situation in a very quiet way. And they wanted to get away with something, but they got caught. Okay, and this is why they openly dishonor you, Aries. They were self-interested. They were what's the word, miserable in the end. Okay, whatever they've done, they defeated you. They tried to defeat you and they walked away from you. Some secret came out. Now they're coming back to you in September. They're trying to come back, but you don't want them. You don't want them. You don't want the situation. You don't want whatever it is, because you are smarter now. You've got your plan, and you are emotionally stronger. And I feel like you're looking for new options. Okay, with 2 of Wands, you look into your bright future, and you know there's so much more out there. Now let's look at the bottom of the deck, and the bottom of the deck again, confirmation, 8 of Wands, fast communication coming your way. Okay, this is gonna happen for you in September. Communication from someone who caused you or still trying to cause you drama or tower in your life. You don't need it. Aries, now let's look at the spirit message for you for the month of September. Aries, what is the spirit message for the month of September? Okay, the spirit message for the month of September. Spirit message for the month of September. Self-love. Okay, beautiful. This is your card for September, Aries. Have a look. Now I'm gonna read it out for you. So, self-love, Aries. Now it's the time to love, nurture, and heal yourself. Self-love is not simply a state of mind about feeling good. It's a state of appreciation for yourself that grows and matures from actions you take to support your body, mind, and soul. So what you got to do in September, Aries, give yourself love, support yourself. Your self-love will come to you from your body, your mind, and your soul. Okay, beautiful, Aries. So the most important thing for you to take out of this reading, I feel like, yes, you might be expecting some shaky moments, communication coming your way in September, but you got to stand your ground and don't worry, justice on your side. Whoever walked away from you in the past, whatever secret's gonna come out, you are smarter this time. You've got your Two of Wands. You are looking into the future. You are looking for new options. Okay, you're not interested in the past, so you're moving forward. All right, Aries, thank you and have a wonderful September. Bye.